Hey guys, how's it going? It's on 4 here, and welcome to another episode of Subscriber Loadouts. In this series, I use loadouts just for you guys. You see the loadouts in the comment section of the previous episode of the series. Then I select one, go and play around with it for a couple days. Then I come back here and tell you why I took the loadout. This week's loadout comes from chancegm, and he suggested the Spec Ops loadout. A silent Scar H with iron sights, an angle grip, and a laser sight. For the secondary weapon, we're going to have the M1911 with silencer. For our grenades, we're going to have the 40 minis. For our first gadget, we're going to have the medic bag, and for our second gadget, we're going to have the defibrillators. So guys, our primary weapon, the Scar H, it's just simply an awesome weapon. It's really good, and I believe that it's the #1 weapon in Battlefield 4. It's just simply the best. The Scar H has high damage, good accuracy, good stability, great range for assault rifles. You're going to be shooting the Scar H at 620 rounds per minute, which is in the low side for assault rifles, but you could see how that was done to balance the weapon. Another thing about the Scar H is that you only have a 21 round magazine compared to the 31 round magazine that most of the other assault rifles have. But this just seems like another balancing factor because of the increased damage the Scar H does. It makes sense for them to remove 10 rounds from your magazine. Alright guys, now moving on to the attachments we're going to have on this weapon. Let's start with the optic. We're not going to have any optic, we're going to be sticking with iron sights. And the iron sights on the Scar H are not particularly the best, I found. I didn't really like them. They kind of struck it my way. Maybe I'm just spoiled of using red dot sights all the time, and that I don't never need to use iron sights. But I guess the optic is just kind of like your preference on what you want to use. But that's what I found out with the iron sights. I didn't really find them that useful. Alright guys, now moving on to the barrel on this weapon, we're going to have the suppressor. And I'm pretty sure that you guys already know what the suppressor does. I said it so many times in the loadout video because the suppressor keeps showing up every other class. So now let's just move on to the underbarrel attachment. For the underbarrel, we're going to have the angle grip, which will improve our stability by reducing first shot recoil by 33%, which is pretty nice. We always want to have more stability in our weapon. Actually guys, this is actually my favorite grip. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I'm pretty sure you have noticed because I use it in a lot of my weapons. Alright guys, now leaving the monster that is the Scar H, let's move on to the sidearm, which is also a good weapon. For the sidearm, we're going to have the M1911 with a suppressor. So guys, the M1911, good damage, good accuracy, good hit fire, good stability, poor range, but it's a pistol, so you won't be really shooting at guys too far away with a pistol, especially with a semi-auto. And has 7 round magazine. It's pretty reliable, especially when you want to put 1 or 2 enemies down quickly. The only attachment we're going to have in the M1911 is a suppressor, which once again guys, you already know what it does. It will make you not show up in the minimap when firing your weapon, but also will increase your bullet drop and decrease your bullet velocity. Anyways guys, moving on to the first gadget on this loadout, we have the medic bag. You guys already know what the medic bag does. You throw it down, it heals your teammates or you as long as you're around the medic bag. For the second gadget, we're going to have the defibrillator. A must for any good medic. The defibrillator is used to revive fallen teammates. Now moving on to the grenade on this loadout, we're going to have the B40 minis. The B40 minis are 2 grenades that you'll be able to throw farther, but they'll have a smaller blast than the normal grenade. So they're pretty useful if you want to throw a target that's farther away, and if you just want to throw both of them, they could be really effective. You may want to throw your grenades at an income or use a crowded hallway. It depends what situation you're put on. That's how you're gonna use your grenades. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't already. Remember to suggest your loadout in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next one.